Sure.
the other thing I wanted to get to, we know about tech vulnerabilities that we
Uh-huh.
can figure out. And what about process vulnerabilities? So
Sure.
to me, those are equal, if not even more important. Like if I know I want to compromise your company, Nick, I'm going to case you out. I want to understand your habits,
Sure.
how you do things,
Sure.
what you're up to, how you guys
Right.
send money, figure out all the
Right.
steps in the process,
Right.
and then insert myself at the right moment, at the
Right.
right. So
And it's
that is
and
not a technical vulnerability. Those are process
right.
vulnerabilities. So
Right. Well,
what do
that
you
go
advise on that?
yeah, so that basically goes to law number 3, if you will. Humans trust even when they shouldn't, right? And so by virtue of it, it comes down to the training, but it also comes down to putting processes in place that would mitigate this kind of defense. And I'll give you 2 stories of what we recently saw in the news. The
Please.
first one was a major real estate corporation out of China where they deep faked a Zoom meeting with a deep fake CFO that looked and sounded exactly like the actual CFO, deep faked other executives to basically fish the controller or the financial person in that company to say, move $30 million from China to
Yeah,
here.
that was in the
And the
news
guy's like,
all over the place.
yeah, yeah. The guy's like, oh, well, that's the CFO. I can't say no to him. He's my boss. Here's all my other bosses all agreeing with him, and here we are. They didn't put any kind of mechanism in place to allow that employee to have a further check. The other one that we saw recently was Ferrari, maker of Italian exotic cars. Their CEO was spoofed right down to his southern Italian accent, not a generic Italian accent, a southern Italian accent, and started fishing like an executive vice president. And so it started with text messages. Hey, we need to talk. It's the CEO, blah, blah, blah. I'm on my personal phone, not my Ferrari owned phone, blah, blah, blah. But we need to move money to China. Like we're doing a deal. And so they get on the phone and the executive vice president starts, hey, something's not right. And so what did he do? He asked a question, and he asked the question of, I've got to verify that it's you. What was the book that you recommended to me last week? And
Uh,
what did he do in that moment, right? Because that's not something that's going to be on LinkedIn or Facebook or classmates.com
right.
or anywhere else where you're getting public intelligence on anybody. What you are saying in that moment is something that is unique to you and me. I got an email years ago from somebody that I went to high school with, possibly, and said, hey, I've got an issue here. Can I borrow some money, blah blah blah. And I said, well, you've got to verify who you are. We got on the phone and he told me a story that happened to us in high school. That's not public knowledge. Only the people
Right.
involved would know that. I was like, okay, it's clearly you. I haven't talked to you in a while. I'll help you out. So you never know, but that's what we're talking about. The human condition makes us want to trust. We want to trust our boss. When our boss says jump, we say
Jump.
how high, right?
How high? Yeah.
Right, right. I mean, and so that's what we're banking on. Humans trust even when they shouldn't. And if you watch my TED talk, I fooled the entire audience before that law. Go watch it. You can see what I did. But it's amazing. And why was I able to fool them? I'm an authority on stage. They are watching me as a subject matter expert talk about cybersecurity. So when I tell them to do something, they're going
They're
to
going to
do
do
it.
it.
Right. And so understand what we are banking on by exploiting you. It's humans trust. And if you break down what a hacker does, it's simply this. We lie to you. We lie to you, whether you fall for Prince Ubuntu from Nigeria, whether you think the system is secure when it's actually not, when you think the $20 antivirus that you bought is going to turn your computer into Fort Knox, and it won't. We trust, and it gets us in trouble every time. It's a huge thing. And we need trust in our life. We should be able to trust our spouses to some extent, our kids, our family members, all that. But we see what happens when trust breaks down in society. We're going through a very political, contentious election right now.
Right.
And you can see through disinformation the wedge and the lack of trust between two sides. And it's not healthy. But when it comes to our technological life, we have to build a filter of distrust. This is our biggest problem in cybersecurity, hands down. Hands down.
If we do that, though, then some people will say it won't be a fun place to work, or our company culture will change in a way that we're no longer that service-oriented organization. There's all kinds of excuses you hear.
Sure. But you have to balance the good with the bad.